Hi Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. I'm Lisa Kostick. I'm the owner of the Pink Lotus Spiritual and Wellness Center. So before we begin, just letting you know that this is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio's Sun is October 23rd through November 21st. The information in this reading may not resonate with everyone, so just take what you're drawn to and leave the rest behind. If you'd like a personal reading or any of my other services, please contact me through my information listed below. Also, please be aware of any potential scammers going around. I will never contact you first for a reading or contact you saying that I can remove a curse from you. Okay, so I've already cleansed this space and the cards, so let's begin. The deck I'm using today is my Halloween Oracle deck. Just one thing while I'm coughing and hacking. For those of you who don't know me, I had COVID 2 years ago, so I have some long-term effects from it that I'm dealing with in my throat and lungs. So I will be clearing my throat and coughing a bit during the video, and I do apologize for that. I'm sure it's annoying. It's annoying to me. Okay, so hi. Wow, that was fast. So this reading's for Scorpio for the week of July 17th through the 23rd, 2022. I always let Spirit pick the cards out. And they do that by either just letting them fall out or flip over. That way, if you don't like the cards you get, you can't blame me. Sometimes it takes a while to get the cards. Please, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ascended Masters, Past Loved Ones, Father, Mother, God, please give me at least 5 more cards for Scorpio for this week's reading. And one more thing you should know, if you don't, if you're new to my channel and you don't know how I do readings, there will be times that I'm silent as I'm reading the cards, or even while I'm shuffling. And it's not because I've zoned out or because I'm lost. It's because typically I can hear Spirit better when I'm not speaking. I mean, sometimes I can still hear Spirit when I am speaking, but it's a lot clearer and easier for me to hear. Wow, that was a lot of cards at first. Okay. Can we get one more card, please, for Scorpio? So anyway, like I was saying, so when I'm quiet, just bear with me, okay? I'm just listening. And Spirit likes to, they're not always very straightforward with telling me stuff. They kind of speak a little bit like Yoda in riddles, you know, and they show me bits and pieces of things, but not always the entire picture. You really wanted to come out, didn't you? Okay. Well, usually I do 6 cards, but we'll do 7 because apparently Spirit is like, no. I need this last card. Okay. Let me move this. Scorpio, what do we got for you? Alright, so how I typically do readings is, because you might not be familiar with this deck, I go through each card individually and I let you know the general meaning of that card. And then either as I'm going through it or at the end, I kind of tie it all together with a message for you. Okay? Okay. Sorry, I'm already getting messages. Okay. So the first card is Trick or Treat. Underneath it says Mischief and Play. So this card indicates that it's time to examine the role of play and mischief in your life. Maybe not so much mischief, maybe more play, okay? We're not trying to be bad and getting bad karma with this, okay? So sometimes in life we're afraid to make mistakes and everything is so serious. So play is one way to alleviate the pressure that we sometimes place on ourselves to get everything perfect all the time, okay? Interesting. Alright, this next card is the Skull of Stars. Underneath it says Infinite Possibilities. This is a really good card. So this card is telling you that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. It's also telling you that you might want to let go of any false beliefs or old beliefs that you have that are no longer serving you as you grow. And you need to live the life you want and honor your wishes. So think big. Let go of all the stuff that doesn't serve you. Excuse me. Okay. I feel like some of you are having a rough time right now, emotionally. Yeah. Okay, so let me go on before I start diving into the message here. So this next card is Death. This is not a bad card. This does not mean you're going to die. It doesn't mean somebody else is going to die. The Death card, it simply means that something is falling away, okay, or will be falling away, so that better things can come, okay. It's a clearing energy from this card. And that might be the old beliefs that aren't serving you anymore, that are falling away. That could be. Alright, this next card is the Skull of Light. Underneath it says Illumination. So this card is telling you that it's time for you to be seen in all your glory. Okay. You need to stop pretending, stop swallowing your discomfort by accepting the status quo when it doesn't suit you. It's basically telling you you need to be more authentic to yourself and be more of who you are and shine brightly in that. Okay? Allow yourself to be seen. This next card is Winter. It's interesting because there's a theme going here. The Winter card, here again, indicates that it's time to let go of what no longer serves you. And you need to take real action to change those things. Okay, so anything that's extra or burdensome, you need to release it. Okay. Now this next card, I always find this so funny because before I got this deck, now I love Halloween. That's why I got this deck. Okay. Love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. I got married on Halloween. Okay. But before I got this deck, I never heard this term. Barmbrack. I don't know if this is like a southern thing or a Midwest thing. Or just an older term. I've never heard of this term before. But from my understanding, barmbrack is like I don't know if it's in a bowl or what, but it's some type of mixture of like candy and fruit and like some trinkets and maybe toys. I don't know. That's all kind of mixed in together. Excuse me. So underneath it says sweetness and synergy. So basically this card indicates that you have a need to, or a curiosity and a need to know what's ahead. But it's important to balance that with the present, with the now. Okay. Mainly because we have the tools to change our future if we want. But the synergy of barmbrack, it basically indicates that all ingredients are more complete and powerful together than they are individually. Okay. That's, I guess, the synergy of it. But it's also balancing your curiosity for the future with now, which is sometimes a hard balance. All right, so this last card that Spirit insisted on bringing out is the Vampire card. Underneath it says emotional intelligence. Now this card, I think I'm seeing why they insisted on bringing this out, because it kind of makes a little bit more sense to me. This card indicates that you might be feeling drained, and the time has come for stronger boundaries with somebody. Okay, you need to be really aware of what gives you energy in your life and what takes it away. So somebody's draining you of energy. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to take a sip of water. You have 3 cards here that are telling you to let go of things that don't serve you. So that you can begin better. you can have a fresh start. I feel like there's somebody in your life, you know, you should know, it should be the first person you think of. You know who the vampire is. If you don't know, then this reading does not does not belong to you. Okay? You would know. Who is driving you absolutely insane? Who can you not stand being around? Or maybe you physically feel that your energy is drained anytime you have to deal with them. It could be somebody putting you down. It could be somebody just constantly giving you stress. I feel like there's an energy of depression here on your end. And I feel like this person is causing a lot of that. There's a lot of depression in your life because of the issues that this person is giving you. Either way, the cards are all saying, get rid of it. You got to get rid of the things that don't serve you anymore. This is your own negative thoughts. This is feelings of guilt or resentment or anger or embarrassment or pride. This also includes negative people or people who aren't good for you. And I realize that it's not always easy to get rid of the people who aren't good for you. Okay? Especially if they're family or you have to work with them. I understand that completely. Believe me, I do. I've had to deal with that myself. If you can't get rid of them, you need to try to lessen your interaction with them as much as you can, if possible, okay? Or find a way of mentally combating that, because their negativity is causing the negativity in your brain, which is causing the depression. Okay? If you're not already seeing a therapist, you need to do so. Or look into how to do negative thought reframing. Outside of this business, I'm also a clinical therapist. So, what I'm preaching to you, I've told all my clients who deal with depression. I completely understand, because there was a time I dealt with depression as well. I understand how difficult it is to do thought reframing. But I can tell you this, the more you practice it, the easier it gets over time. The other thing you can do to get yourself out of depression and kind of like start blocking negative people is practicing gratitude every day, every single day. I started it years ago when I was going through depression, and that alone was able to pull me out of it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work on the first day or the second day or the 30th day, okay? It's going to take time depending on what you're going through. But I still practice that to this day. Every morning when I get in the shower, I start listing off everything I'm grateful for in my life. Anything that I'm grateful for that happened the day before. Anybody can find something that they're grateful for. Even the fact that you could get out of bed this morning without help. You could walk to the bathroom on your own. You know what I mean? Like things like that we tend to overlook. until it's taken from us, and then we really, really wish we had it back. Okay? The more you start reminding yourself of all the good things that you have in your life and how often you are blessed, you know, like, hey, I had an umbrella today and it was raining pretty hard. I'm grateful for that umbrella and that I had it. Little things like that. The more you start reminding yourself of that, it pulls you out of it, and it gets you focusing more on the positive in your life than the negative. I'm also feeling here with this card, you need to start doing more things that you enjoy. Just because you enjoy them, not because they're productive, not because of anything other than the fact that you really like doing that. Okay? Whatever it is. Try to play more. And also, being more mindful, being more in the present moment, like if you're around family that you do love and enjoy, or friends, being very mindful and just in the moment. And that's hard to do, especially if you're not used to doing it, because we're always either thinking about the past or worried about the future. Just try enjoying the moment when you're having a good time playing or having fun with somebody that you love. Be in the moment. But I also feel like you also need to start being more of who you are. I see a lot of people with depression. Some of it is because they're not being true to themselves. They're not living their life purpose or just doing things that they enjoy. They're not being them. Maybe you feel that you have to be somebody else other than who you really are. So this is telling you you need to be more of you. And just be careful of this vampire person, okay? They're obviously around you. Spirit wanted that card out. Alright, so I'm just going to take a couple cards from my Psychic Tarot deck. Okay, so we just need a few cards. What does Scorpio need to know for this week? Or maybe a clarifier on this reading. Please, spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, past loved ones, Mother, Father, God, please give me a couple cards for Scorpio. What do they need to know for this week? Ooh. That's a lot of cards. Listen, Spirit, we don't have that much time. I hate when Spirit does that and I'm on a time constraint. Unfortunately, I have to keep these weekly videos down to a half hour because my camera won't let me do longer than that. Hopefully someday I can upgrade my camera. And then we can do longer videos. Some of these readers on YouTube I see doing like hour-long readings. I'm like, geez. I also don't have that much time on my hands because I'm busy doing private readings. And I also do Reiki sessions and I teach classes. So, okay. Alright, I'll do 3. Ooh. Okay, so the first card is partnerships and alliances. So this card indicates that you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. Even though there may still be a lot to do. You need to start looking out for any synchronicities, which could bring opportunities to form connections or alliances or partnerships that may create something new. That could go into your play or being true to yourself. But just remember that with that could also be talking about the vampire. Just remember that partnerships, with all partnerships, there has to be an even exchange of energy, okay? You can't be giving more than you're receiving because it'll make you feel drained. Hello, vampire. There has to be a balance. Okay. So that's something to think about. Alright, the next card is mental conflict. Here again, this could be with the vampire. This card deals with the inability to move forward. Could be self-doubt, coming from indecisiveness, or not being able to take action with a person or a group, or even a situation in your life. If that's the case, if it's about a decision, just remember that you do have the strength and courage and power to make any considerations, okay? And there is, if it has to do with the decision, you can talk to other people about it. There's always the possibility of getting wise counsel. But overall, you want to listen to your intuition, okay? And have faith in yourself. Now, this next card, Stand Your Ground. I really, as soon as it came out, I'm like, yep, that's the vampire card. This card is telling you, well, it usually comes out when you're being tested or challenged, okay? Either there's competition or some type of rival. It could just be that you're dealing with this difficult person or group, okay? But this card is telling you that you do have the strength and the inner courage to stand your ground, with this person or a group of people, okay? No matter how hard things might appear. Don't surrender. Don't give up your control. Stay true to yourself and your core values. Okay, I think that's having to do with that. Actually, all of it could be. Whatever it is, whoever this is, you gotta set some boundaries with them. Or just try to distance yourself as much as you can. And work on your inner self-talk. You know, get rid of all that negativity in your brain as well. But like I said, you have all these cards here that are telling you to clear out the things from your life that no longer serve you. Because they're messing with your self-talk, with your brain, and the way that you are just feeling negative and being negative. Okay? Alright, Scorpio, so that's it for this week's reading. I hope that it resonated with some of you. If it did, please post your comments below. Also, please click the like button and subscribe to receive your reading and our other videos every week. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks.